mobilized an unplanned march to the downtown core. Police arrived here moved in during some tense moments between two separate groups at an intersection. The march blocking traffic, and some people refused to leave the road, which slowed down fire crews responding to two separate calls. Elsewhere, protesters delivering a 95-meter message to world leaders to pick a path when it comes to pipelines. But by morning, found it had been tampered with.
That is just a reality of organizing climate work here in Calgary.
And remain hopeful their concerns are seen and heard by G7 leaders. Terry Fikowski, CTV News, Calgary.
All right, thanks very much, Terry. We will have ongoing coverage of the G7 summit throughout the day. And tonight, our chief political correspondent, Dash Capellos, will be hosting Power Play with her team live from Banff both today and tomorrow, beginning at 5 o'clock Eastern Pacific, right here on the CTV News channel. Well, summer's almost here. Here's a little bit of good news. You'll be able to visit many of our country's landmarks, museums, national parks, either for free or at a discount. There is a new pass being announced by the federal government. The pass is meant to encourage Canadians to make summer plans in our country and explore Canada in all its glory. It's expected to save people lots of money, perhaps hundreds of dollars for these. The pass goes into effect this coming Friday. It doesn't require any registration. Here's more from the Federal Heritage Minister.
From June 20th to September 2nd, the pass will offer expanded access to Canada's nature and culture. This includes free admission for everyone to our beautiful national parks, historic sites, and marine conservation areas administered by Parks Canada, and 25% discount on camping fees. Free trips for children under 17 when accompanied by an adult on Via Rail trains, and 25% discount for young adults between the age of 18 and 24. Free admission in our national, provincial, and territorial museums for children aged 17, and under 50% discount for young adults aged 18 to 24.
The number of home sales climbed between the months of April and May, marking the first gain in activity we've seen since last November, so a bit of optimism here. Data from the Canadian Real Estate Association showing Canadian home sales rose almost 4% in May from April, but were down 4% on an annual basis. May saw an increased number of new listings hitting the market early in the month, followed by a higher number of transactions in the second half of May. Overall, more sellers and buyers compared to April. Police west of Toronto have recovered more than $4.2 million in assets following the dismantling of a huge organized criminal network linked to Ontario's towing industry. CTV's John Musselman has more for us. John?
That was a large news conference. We had representatives from the municipality, the province, and the federal government. Police were able to recover more than $4 million in cash, 18 tow trucks, weapons. Now, what we also heard at this news conference is that this group, led by two alleged ringleaders, were also involved in extorting businesses in the Brampton area and also staging accidents. We've covered stories like this in the past, that fake accidents that police allege that they staged for insurance fraud purposes. We had a chance to speak to Chief Nishan Dariapi, who was here at the news conference. Here's what he had to say.
Let me take you back to the beginning of 2023, where here in the region of Peel and other large urban centers nationally and internationally, we saw a sharp trend in violent extortion attempts, particularly targeting the South Asian business community and owners of various businesses. These threats escalated into a variety